recording myself, so if you stand right there, you won't be in the middle, you'll be fine. Alright, everyone here for your free knife, raise your hand. Alright, so this is the knife Mary and I will giving away. This is like a razor on a stick, so Sam's Club's management asks that you keep it in the box while you're in the store today, so is that no problem? Alright, and when I give it to you, you're going to say thank you? Alright, because when I put sharp objects in the hands of strangers, I like to make sure I give it to good people. I'm here to introduce a new product to the club. I'm going to make this lightning fast so you can get back to shopping. My name's Dave. I work for a company called Hessler Worldwide. I'm here to introduce our Gourmet Series knife. And what's special about this knife is that it is guaranteed that it will stay sharp for a lifetime. Also, if you break this knife for any reason whatsoever, even if it's your fault, we'll go ahead and replace it. So for an example, if you go in the backyard and you're turning rose bushes up, and you lay it down on the grass and accidentally run it over with the lawnmower, we'll go ahead and replace it. Or if you're doing dishes and it falls in the garbage disposal and something hits the switch, gets chewed up, we'll go ahead and replace that knife too. So it's a pretty good knife here at the guarantee. I'd like to have a guarantee like that on your car. Yeah. So, I'm sure you all are familiar with knives, probably have something like this at home, maybe it has a wood handle. We call this knife Old Faithful. What's the first thing that goes wrong with knives like Old Faithful here? That's right, it gets dull. This knife's not going to cut anything. Also, this one came with a cheap plastic handle that broke it, so see I've had to tape it back on. If you have a handle that's broken like this, that's cracked or is missing pieces, go ahead and throw that knife away. Here's why. When you cut into meat, chicken, fish, you're going to get germs and bacteria in there. And even though you wash it, you may miss some. And then if you go to cut into some fresh produce, you can get cross-contamination of bacteria on the fresh produce, and you don't want to be doing that. We've made our knife out of wood piece and surgical stainless steel from 5010. It has an integrated handle that will not break, come loose, crack. So it's harder for bacteria to hide on a knife like this, and it's easier to keep it clean and sanitary while in the kitchen. Now, who's ever tried to cut into a tomato with a dull knife? Now, how'd that work out for you? It's pretty ugly. Stab it, saw back and forth, get a final seed. My knife is sharp enough that the weight of the knife below will cut right through the tomato. I can easily slice thick slices or thin slices. I'm just pulling the blade through the tomato itself. And as you notice, the tomato keeps its round shape. It doesn't get crushed in any way. And then I'm able to get really good slices like this. These are perfect for sandwiches, hamburgers, salads. So we agree it's better to have sharp cutlery in the kitchen than dull? Yep. Now what if you try to cut into something that's even softer than the tomato? What if you make yourself a sandwich? And you take Old Faithful here and you cut into your sandwich, what happens? Squish it down, all the meat, all the cheese, all the good stuff falls out the sides. We've made our knife to be 3 knives in one. This is a bread knife, a slicing knife, and a carving knife. You can carve with a ham, turkey, roast beef, easily slices bread. The loaf of bread keeps its original shape. It doesn't get squished down in any way. We've added a micro fork on this. The reason for that is so you can pick up that piece of meat you just carved, roll it around the gravy the way you like, and I can reach across the dinner table and put it on your plate just like that. Now, do you remember a couple of years ago on TV there was a commercial where a guy was cutting into an aluminum can? Okay, doesn't matter. I'm not going to cut into an aluminum can. I do want to demonstrate that this knife is sharp enough to cut through hard objects like frozen meat or bones. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to cut into a hammer. So, I'm going to take my knife here and cut it all the way across the face of the hammer using the entire length of my blade. This will not hurt my knife. I do not recommend you do this with your knives at home unless I put this in a double butter knife. Also, I'm not going to cut all the way through it because you want to get back to shopping, and this is a knife without a saw. But as you can see, all the steel shavings from the hammer, none of them from my knife. Now, who likes to buy in bulk, right? We're at Sam's Club, like to buy in bulk, save some money. You got a great meat department right next door. Let's say you go find a package of something you like on sale, you take it home, you pop it in your freezer. If it's time to cook dinner, you don't want to thaw the entire thing. Maybe you need half, maybe you need a quarter. We can cut through frozen meat easily with this here. Also, we can cut through any bones that may be in the package. This will cut through chicken bone, turkey bone, ham bone, lamb bone, steak bone, rib bone. It'll cut through a metal hammer. It cuts through a wooden cutting board. It will cut through frozen meat. Now you're asking, is it still sharp after I've done all that? You bet. It's just as sharp as when I took it out of the box. It'll be as sharp next week, next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. This knife will still be sharp. And the reason I say that, have a guarantee in writing that if this knife goes dull for whatever reason, we will replace it. So this is a terrific knife that cuts through a hammer and cuts through a wood cutting board. So what's the million-dollar question everyone always asks me about my knife? Like you would never ask, how much does it cost? My competition online has a blade that looks like this, but comes with that plastic handle we were talking about earlier. They charge $79.99, $5.95 shipping and handling, and it'll be here 2 to 3 weeks. Sam's has a national advertised price of $66.98. Now, there's nothing I can do about that price, that's Sam's price, but what I can do is add some value. The way I'm going to do that is, I'm going to add another knife just like it. So you buy one, get one free. You got 2 knives now, you can use one as a fork, or you can carve it to meat. Or, if you feel generous, go ahead and keep this knife for yourself after all you did pay for it. Take your second knife, put it in a pineapple, wrap a bow on it, and give it to someone as a gift, and now they have a knife that's guaranteed to stay sharp for a lifetime. We also have this Perry knife. I'm going to give it to everyone who comes out and listens to me today, because I know your time is valuable, so thank you very much. But we're going to include 2 solid stainless steel Perry knives. These are razor sharp and they're great for cutting up fruits, vegetables, cheese, sausages. These knives are $20 a piece. So we have $60, we have $120, we have $140, $160 worth of knives. Sale price today is $66.98. Now that's a pretty good deal for knives, but who shops at Sam's because we want a great deal, right? We shop here because we want to get a great deal. So to make the deal great, I'm going to include an 8-inch chef knife. This is the workhorse of the kitchen. This is great for slicing and dicing vegetables, cutting fresh fruit, chopping up fresh herbs. It also has some heft to it, so you can use this as a cleaver. It cuts meat in half. Guaranteed to stay sharp. This is a $60 knife. We're also going to include my favorite knife. This is a fillet knife, sometimes called a bony knife, or a fish knife. This knife is very flexible. The flexibility is ideal for turning fat off of meat, meat off of bones, and taking a fish out of the skin. I'm going to show you, I'm going to come through here, I'm going to fillet my tomato with one hand. It practically jumps right out of the skin. So here's where one knife makes a difference. I'm going to come through and I'm going to fillet my fillet a second time. And we're going to get these ultra thin slices of tomato. You can almost see through these, they're so thin. This razor sharp knife is a $60 knife as well. So what we have here today is we have $60, $120, $140, $180, $240, $260, $280 with the guarantee to stay sharp stainless steel knives. Sam's sale price is $66.98. Now, one last thing I'm going to show you. This is not a knife, but this is a lot of fun, and I think you'll enjoy this. This is our Robo Whisk. It is a wood-handed whisk. Use it like that. It's made out of the same quality stainless surgical steel that we use to make our knives. Now, who are the coffee drinkers here? Who likes the cappuccino, frappuccino, mochaccino? Okay, I see some hands nodding. You might like this idea. You take a third of a cup of milk, you put it in the microwave for 35-45 seconds, take the Robo Whisk. And in just a few seconds, with one hand, you can froth that milk right up. And when you get a nice head of foam, go ahead, add tea, add coffee, sprinkle cinnamon, sugar, shaved chocolate, drizzle some caramel, whatever you'd like. Hang out a coffee right at Starbucks, and you didn't have to wait in line, and you don't have to get $5 for a cup of coffee. The Robo Whisk is good for hot chocolate, pancake mix, gravy, whipped cream, scrambled eggs. It's a $20 value. It's not sold in any store around here. Sam's House has put together a set for you members, and this is what it looks like. First thing you're going to see is the guarantee that if this knife breaks or goes dull for whatever reason, we will replace them. Then you're going to see your 2 carving knives, your chef's knife, your fillet knife, your 2 Perry knives, the Robo Whisk, and over $300 value. Sam's price today, $66.98. Now the bad news, Sam's doesn't carry these on the shelves. They've asked us to come and demonstrate them. But you don't buy the knife from me, you take it up to the register. All Sam's policies do apply. This is a great gift for birthdays, weddings, graduation, anniversary, going to college. Christmas is going to be here before you know it. Or you might just want to get yourself a new set of knives that are sharp. Remember to ask if we have steak knives, and we do. What I have here is our Gourmet Plus set. It's all the knives you see here in our Gourmet set, plus 8 additional steak knives, and it's set in a beautiful wooden drawer organizer. This is an over $300 value. Got this on sale for $129.99. The steak knives are also available separately. They look like this. It's the same knife I used to carve into the hammer. And they also come with the same guarantee. So here's the part you've all been looking forward to. I am finished. So give yourself a round of applause. It's a very patient group today. I appreciate that. Everyone gets their free paring knife. I'll also have the last set of knives you need to buy in a lifetime. Let me sanitize my hands and I'll start passing out knives for everyone. I did that all in one breath, now I'm out of breath. Set of knives. There you go. Thank you. Set of knives. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Set of knives.